Welcome to my channel Living Linux. In this video I'm going to show you Unreal Tournament on ARM, and this was suggested by Bas Magré, aka Just Another DevOps Guy, aka Opvolger, and he already tested Unreal Tournament on RISC-V, and he used Box64 to get the Windows version running on RISC-V. So he's running it through a emulation layer or a translation layer, and that does have an impact on the performance. And if you want to see the results, then I'll put the link to his video in the description of my video. And well, a little warning, it's not the best performance you will ever see, but you can judge for yourself. Anyway, if you're going to try it on x86 or on ARM, then they actually have releases for that. So as you can see here, I downloaded the one for ARM64. And well, there is, let's just say, an automated way to install things, but you can also manually install it, and that will spare you the pain of using Wine to install the Windows version. Now, you also need the game files, and actually, at the end of 2024, Unreal Tournament was officially given for free to the public by Epic, and you can download it from the Internet Archive, as you can see here. So how do you install it? So let's just say I downloaded the release from OldUnreal patch. I extracted it, so you get like this, and then I downloaded Unreal Tournament from the Internet Archive. I extracted it, and if we go back to the instructions, copy the music and sound directories into the game directory, and you need to copy the textures without replacing the existing files. So there are two existing textures, and you need to preserve them. So maps and sounds, and select all the textures. So maps and sounds, and then I copied all the textures here. And as they say, you have to keep the existing one, so just select skip. Or if you do it from the command line, then make sure that it will preserve the existing textures. So that's it. Now I am running this actually on my Radxa Rock 5B, and I had some issues at first, and then I tried it on my Radxa Snapdragon SBC, and then it started working. So that's that. I had the suspicion that it could be an OpenGL problem. You can see I built an Armbian image with kernel 6.19, and actually I also installed the Misa unstable. And that's at the moment of this video, it has a, let's just say, development version of Misa 26.0. And let's just say if we, did I actually install that? Yeah, I did. So you can see Misa 26.0. Now, if we go to Real System ARM 64. So like I said, I had some issues at first. And if I started like this, then I get this error message. Well, I think for the average user, not very helpful. But like I said, it works on the Radxa Snapdragon SBC. And that's when I thought like, okay, let's try it with Zink. So then you're running OpenGL through Vulkan. And actually, I still had an issue there. And the issue was that or at least I saw only part of the screen. And that's because the default is that you need to go to the section of the SDL driver. The default full screen viewport is 1024 by 768. So I'm running this on a 1080p display, so I changed it to 1920 by 1080. And it might be that you have to start Unreal Tournament first, so that these ini files get placed in your home directory in, yeah, what you could say a hidden directory, UTPG, and it has a dot in front, so that means it's a hidden directory, and then system. So let's just say if we go here, then I chose to see the hidden files, UTPG, system, and then we have the UnrealTournament.ini. So you can change it there. Now, that's when everything started working as I wanted to. There we are. So if we open the console, we can do time demo 1. And then we can see the frames per second. And on the Radxa Snapdragon SBC, I got more than 120 frames per second. And I think you just saw on the right that the, let's just say, transparency wasn't really correct. But I think this is playable on an RK3588 ARM single board computer. So press escape to begin. Then we can go to the menu and then for instance, start a practice session, and we'll go with the default settings. Not really good at this, but let's try to frag some bots. Body armor can always be handy. Like I said, I'm not really good at this, but I guess you get the idea. And I think 60 frames per second, or almost 60 frames per second, is good enough to play this game. So yeah, it was really good to see that when Epic stopped selling Unreal and Unreal Tournament, that they allowed it to be distributed through the Internet Archive, and that you can actually play it on ARM, and if you have like a fast RISC-V system with a decent GPU, then it's also possible to play it on RISC-V. So this is all for now, and hope to see you again in my next video.